Hey, it's Nathan, and I just wanted to talk about some of the things that stood out to me about the latest film, Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. First, gotta mention the title character, Furiosa. I thought she was really well done. It had intensity and also a mysteriousness about her too. And akin to Mad Max himself, it felt significant whenever she spoke, as it didn't happen too often, especially near the beginning. There was depth to this character, as well as great significance and magnitude as well. I thought Dementus was fantastic. It really had a bold and powerful persona about him. Also was multifaceted and layered. The connection between Furiosa and Dementus really added to the film to me too. It seemed like a foundation point that really succeeded and brought depth and gravitas to the story and the characters themselves. It helped create a more layered Dementus as well. There's also a foray into his backstory and history too, and a look at his path to where he was in the present day. It seemed like many are going through some hardships or have had some sort of history. Really like the expansion of the character, the leader with the mask, or Immortan Joe, as he already seemed interesting and unique. I mean, he almost seemed likable at certain points in the movie. It made me wonder about true intention or character of people, for example, here in the Wasteland, and how much of what they do is because of what they must do to survive and continue to make their way in the world. Also noticed an addition of more settlements and locations, which to me really added excitement and intrigue to this world. It seems like there was more of a full embrace of the elements or aspects of this kind of environment or world. Also really great expansion of the existing areas too, for example the Citadel. Great scene and use of this set piece when Dementus picks out someone from the group during their initial encounter. Really a full display of multiple attributes like significance, grandeur, and even levity all in one scene. Also really felt some nice immersion too, with all the scenes and happenings in the fortress. Gotta mention the inhabitants of the Citadel too, is really adding another element to the franchise as well, with eccentric craze and uniqueness. The film also did a great job of displaying just how brutal this world really was. For example, in the scenes like when Furiosa and her partner were captured by Dementus. So there's definitely fulfillment of portraying the full landscape of this world and what it had become, as well as succeeding in supplying the visceral edge and added element or intensity that would come with this type of atmosphere and also film of this caliber. And the spectacle of the convoys is always thrilling to witness and really creates a rush when hearing all the engines and seeing all those vehicles make their way across the sands. And just overall atmosphere and environment is well done and refined, with the vast expanses, makeshift settlements, fuel-induced intensity, and delirious frenzy. It was really just a brilliant idea to combine many of the primary features of Mad Max, for example the post-apocalyptic wastelands, with the high-octane vehicles and chases. It did make me wonder about what the most valuable commodities would be as well, both in this world and ours. In Mad Max, it looks like the top three would be gas or gasoline, followed by water, and then food, which does make a lot of sense. In our world, the top 10 is bent crude oil, West Texas Intermediate crude oil, steel, copper, iron ore, gold, silver, coffee, soybeans, and cocoa. So it does show the continued importance of oil in our world and economy. And, well, coffee looks like it's got a place up there in the top 10 too. Mad Max definitely has seen some change through the different installments. Mel Gibson really stood out to me in these movies as having a premium performance and portrayal of Mad Max. I thought he was adept in Braveheart, but this role really expanded my view of his prowess. He was able to channel a lot of attributes to this character that really fulfill the main or title role, with strength and firmness, but also compassion and courage. Pulling off the romance in the first installment, even being kind of a family man, while also portraying the lone wolf persona in the others. I could see why he became much more of a known actor in the industry. Also noticed that although he became known as Mad Max, and did portray some of these elements at times, it seemed like there were always others that were crazier or even much more mad than Max himself. To me, it seems like there's some irony here, or another layer with this main title. The first surprised me a bit, as it seemed quite a bit different, more akin to a drama, without too much portrayal of a wasteland or anything like that. There were some elements present, however, with the vast grasslands, vehicle chases, brutality, and crazed people in groups. It also started some intriguing themes, such as what would cause a person to change, or the reasons someone would start to become mad or display some of these aspects. The second really seemed to be the one that started to expand the world and franchise into what it is today, especially with the desert environment. And Fury Road, it really just expanded it even further. heights in a variety of ways. This latest film really continues this top-notch franchise, maintaining many of the attributes that made it so successful before, and adding in some new ideas too. A furious drive into this world gone mad.